right now it's very rough. Hard bottom is still several weeks away. We've got to shoot the sun shelf, start the waterfall, get plumbing in, all of that. Hard bottom is one of those things that you do pretty much before you're going to put the liner in. And when you put the liner in, that's when the water goes in. So that's toward the end. But right now, we have a rough shape. It's not going to be perfect yet because it's still going to rain. Things are going to get moved around. We're going to need to adjust it. So this is generally what the pool will look like. We'll get to shaping it, cutting it, adding dirt. I mean, there's a little hole in the ground because it's going to rain and it's going to pool.
Yep.
So, but eventually when we get closer, then we're going to add the hard bottom. It's all going to look very nice and smooth, but then we add the hard bottom, and you just trowel that on one wheelbarrow at a time.
Yep.
And it will be kind of a gentle barrier for the liner, because if the liner were to sit up against this dirt, the dirt would move, the dirt could puncture through because they're rocks, whereas the hard bottom will be nice and smooth and will make the gradual change easier up against the steel. None of the pools my dad does is textbook. I mean, they have similar attributes. So you'll have a waterfall, but whether that waterfall has a grotto or not is something different. So this one is different in that the waterfall is on the front side and it's in the shallow end, and it will hit the sun shelf, hit this little bridge area between sun shelf and stairs, and then hit the stairs, which I've only ever seen it in the mid to deep end, so that's already different. I'm not in my dad's head, so I don't know exactly the steps that he wants to take in order. I know the gradual order of pools. You draw it out, well, after you proposition it to the customer, draw it out, dig it, put the steel in, put the footings in, do the gunite portion, then start tile and bluestone and features and all that. I imagine this will follow the same guidelines.
So, what are footings?
Footings? Well, I know it keeps the shape of the pool. You're going to pump just concrete right all along there. The braces, as we talked about, are going to be attached to the wall. Concrete is going to hold that there. So, I mean, I don't even know if an earthquake's going to move your pool because all of that concrete is pretty darn strong. So, it keeps it locked into place. Like, nothing's moving it. There are other times where if you do retaining walls, the footing is meant to keep that wall in place, because with Michigan we have frost and cold and freezing, and 3 feet, that is the footing line, because that 3 feet will shift. You know how bad the roads can be.
Yes.
That's what's happening, and that's why you need to dig down and pump concrete, because that'll stay solid, and if that's below the freezing line, that won't move. And so that's why we use footings for other construction type things.